This is your announcer, Shannon Saint Mainframe, welcoming you to our IP Livecast. Everybody and their robots are at the Black Sabbath final show, happening right now in Birmingham. Sadly, I couldn't make it, because I have to carry these three bozos on my back through a weekly podcast. I want to wish the best of luck to my friend, Dave, better known as Ozzy Osbourne's pacemaker. Don't overwork yourself. Our IP Livecast starts now.
Yeah, shout out to Dave. Shout out to all the pacemakers at the Back to the Beginning event.
I'm a bozo. Beg your pardon.
She says it endearingly. Welcome to RIP Livecast. Hold the ice, please. It's Rob here with Sid and Durinsky.
Yeah.
And we're here as we are every Saturday afternoon.
Apparently,
bunch of fucking clowns in costumes.
That's what we are here.
Always.
It's July 5th, and as we are broadcasting, the final Black Sabbath / Ozzy Osbourne show is happening right now in Birmingham. Well, I am sure because Ozzy is just so sick that I don't think he wants to. Like, he definitely can never tour again. You know, maybe he could make an appearance and sing a song. Like, the news already came out. They're already tempering expectations. He's performing 4 songs at this thing.
So already you're like 3 seconds in, and it's not the last Ozzy Osbourne concert. You know, it's he'll sing a
What do you
song
mean?
because he'll still be on stage somewhere. You could still get a chance to see him sometime.
Can he do a Las Vegas residency?
Yeah, you don't have to move. Just waddle out onto the stage every day. He can live in the auditorium, like in the back somewhere. They don't even have to travel. Commute.
Sharon's okay with that.
If there's a way to do it, I'm sure they'll figure it out.
They'll squeeze every cent out of that fucking body of his. Somehow. There's something left that'll come out.
I am curious. The pay-per-view is $30. I might order it. They're going to leave it up for like 2 or 3 days after, so you can do it on demand. I don't need to watch it live. I want to scan through.
Oh yeah.
You're going to pay, like Mr. Torrent, you're going to pay money to this guy that has $80 trillion already?
$30 is such a reasonable price, though, that you almost want to reward them for not gouging.
It's the
yeah, and also, I want the highest quality of the audio possible. I feel like with the tour, like if it's just like a screen record, I want that audio.
You don't think they're gonna like release that to like as a deluxe box set one day?
I'm not sure, just because I feel like all of these artists are so particular about sounding bad that I could see them just not wanting it released or wanting to go into the studio and fixing it. And it just becomes way bigger of a headache. Plus the clearances from all the labels and the management and the this and that's.
Fair.
Whatever happened to just making music and putting out a record?
Do they still do that? I don't think they do that anymore.
Well, they've discussed potentially working on new material, but I sincerely
Ozzy working on new material?
Black Sabbath together collectively, but I think he's been working on new material for a while.
He got a new material for his onesie that he wears around the house.
Let's come on now.
Wait, can't wear a onesie? What? That's not a.
The set times have surfaced. I thought this was interesting. This is like an interesting look at the politics of everything. You know what I mean?
Wait, the Doors are playing? That would be a scoop.
Let's get so thanks credit to the PRP, of course, for this getting this photo. But yeah, so it starts, every band gets about 15 minutes, and from what I've seen of what has already happened live, they perform 2 songs of their own, and then they cover either a Sabbath or an Ozzy Osbourne solo.
Can I ask a question? Is Hailstorm literally performing for 1 minute? Because their line just says Hailstorm, 2:37 p.m.
All right, it's
Everyone else is
2:38.
the range.
Get out of
I
here.
don't know. I think that was just a typo, but I'm assuming they also get 15 minutes. You know,
Look.
and very impressive set changes, by the way. It's like a 10-minute set change. So that to me is always the most stressful moment, because also everyone has to sound good. You know, so all of these instruments had to have been checked ahead of time.
I also like that Anthrax only gets 14 minutes for some reason. Is it by height? Like if Elliot is so short, they deduct a minute. Rob, you're not saying anything to that?
I mean, Slayer has more than they would have the least. That guy's even shorter than fucking.
They get 25. Yeah. Once it gets to Tool, it extends now. Tool gets 20 minutes. Yeah, Slayer gets a little more than 20 minutes. And then but
who's super group A and B?
So that's just like these cover bands. Like so there's a bunch of musicians that came without their full band, like David D. Rainman and Steven Tyler and Billy Corgan. And so it's just going to be it's going to be like
Tyler there.
I don't know. I'm assuming he's going to be doing vocals, because Ozzy can't fucking do vocals. He's only doing 4 songs.
What's he doing for 4 songs with not vocals? Is he going to play the drums or what?
He just splashes people with water. That's what he mainly did at his concerts anyway.
Do you think James Hetfield has like PTSD now playing in the same show with Guns N' Roses?
Oh my God.
I was thinking about that, because they're also playing back to back, but they had to have settled it by now. It's been so long.
I don't mean that they hate each other. I mean just the fact that the last time they toured together, they were waiting 2 hours to go on because of Guns N' Roses being late.
Right. I'm saying they've probably since played like some European festival or something where it, they had to have buried the hatchet.
Also, isn't that the tour when James caught fire?
Yeah.
That's an extra level of PTSD.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure he's more
back there.
At least there's probably a lot of nurses on site, medical professionals for Ozzy that could help James if he gets injured again.
Yeah. They can feed him peaches at least or something.
Get one of the 50 defibrillators we have in the back out. We need it for someone other than Ozzy.
They're at the age where they might have their own defibrillator lady.
That's also true.
70.
Is he 70?
No, exaggerating a little bit.
Let's see.
60. I'm going to say early 60s.
61. Okay.
Who? Oh, James. Yeah, I know. I think he's in good health. Yeah. They also posted these like class photos, which I thought were kind of cool. Everyone just hanging out. It's Steven Tyler in the middle.
Is that Sammy Hagar and some?
Yeah.
And who's next to Sammy Hagar looking like a corpse? Is that Kirk Hammett?
That is.
Yes.
Jeez, could you zoom in? Because some of these, I feel like if we really
we're gonna
get
zoom
a good
in.
look, it's gonna fucking freak us out.
There's so much age in this photo. It's like 500 years of age here. Oh no, 1,200 years of age. What am I saying? Like
this 20. Is what happens when you live fast but don't die young and don't leave a good-looking corpse. You end up in this picture.
Oh, Billy Corgan looks like the most normal person.
Oh, I get. He looks like James Carville.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he looks attractive.
No, he looks healthier.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He looks.
But the cue ball head always made him look sort of cancerous.
Yeah. Mike Inez looks great. He looks fine.
All right.
Zach Wilde looks pretty healthy, I would say, especially compared to how he used to look.
Steven Tyler looks like the Crypt Keeper. Ozzy looks like the Crypt Keeper.
Steven Tyler looks like Nana, who just had like a few too many drinks,
He's about to do the mom dance at a party.
Is that Axl next to D. Rainman and Hetfield, or who is that?
No, that's Rex Brown and the singer of Ghost next to Rainman.
I really thought that was Axl Rose. Where's he? He's late for the photo.
Yeah, I guess he didn't post for the photo.
He really must be.
How did they stop Phil Anselmo from doing a white power salute during this?
Oh my god!
I think there's like another. This is photographer Ross Halfin's Instagram. He's like the main photographer, very famous. Here's another group photo, which I think is a little nicer.
Oh, there's Tom Morello.
Yeah, Tom Morello is the guy that kind of rounded everyone up, essentially.
Do you think he invited Zach?
He had to ask Sharon for special permission to have Zach there.
Is that Billy Joel? Is that Billy Joel from Green Day there in the front? Or is that
where?
Which one?
Oh, that's this guy's the producer. That's Andrew Watt. He's a producer. He did the last Ozzy album. No, he's like a big time producer. What?
I meant
near
to the
Chad
front.
Smith, you mean?
Is that no? The one in front of Ozzy to the left.
Oh no, this guy is
that Machine Gun Kelly?
No.
Robert
Youngblood, I think, is the band. Yeah, I think they're a British band. I'm not too familiar with them.
No idea.
And then this guy's in Rival Sons next to
Chris Rock.
No, that's the guy from Living Color. What's his name? The
no, it's Darius Rucker. I'm sorry.
No, stop it. Stop it.
What's his name? Corey Glover?
Yes. No, Corey Glover's a singer.
Oh, Vernon
Reed?
Vernon Reed. Thank you.
Okay.
Think of it.
And is that Alex Skolnick behind Vernon Reed with the little touch of gray? Who is that?
I don't know who that is, but next to him is the drummer of Faith No More.
All right.
Looking all right. I was like, wait a minute, that's not Eddie Vedder. Eddie Vedder's not that tall. This guy in the back here.
No.
Can you see him?
Are they there? Is it Eddie Vedder at this thing?
I don't
No,
think so.
he's not there. No. He could have been. He worked with Andrew Watt, so there's a possibility.
I don't think that's enough of a connection.
This guy.
Who's that?
No idea.
Come on, Hard Rock.
Rudy Sarzo, I think, is pretty cool that he's here.
In this
That's
photo,
not Chrissy Hind?
Kirk Hammett really looks like a 72-year-old El Salvadorian lady in that photo.
Did he?
Well, it's because he's by Steven Tyler.
Did he let Steven Tyler dress him? Look at the schmata. That's Steven Tyler.
He borrowed a scarf.
Vibe.
It looks like he just finished lovingly making empanadas for the family. Serving on the tray right now.
And now he's going to read someone's palm. Tell them if they're going to have a long life. This is so strange. But Hammett even looks embarrassed to be in the photo. He's like, you fucking got me with the scarf. God damn it. You didn't give me a chance to take the scarf off.
Anyone new in this? I think it's more of the same people, just in a different pose. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that Alex Van Halen up front?
No.
No?
What?
No Van
No.
Halens? Who is
Van
that?
Halens. Where?
Next to
this guy? Yeah.
No. We already talked about that. That doesn't look like Alex Van Halen. Next to that guy.
This
smiling and looking off. Yes, who is that?
That's Mike Inez from Alice in Chains.
He looks like Drainman with hair.
I can see that also. Who is the guy wearing the weird Bam Bam Bigelow jacket with the flaming sleeves?
Yeah, this guy, I don't know. I'm not
he just snuck in the photo. He's like a
100% Jander would know who that guy is. So Jander, if you're watching, please chime in and tell us. Seems like your demographic.
Yeah. Bill Ward, not a fan of shoes, it seems.
Oh no.
Oh,
unacceptable.
Corn sticking out.
Oh. It looks like he's got 6
It looks like they're manicured.
He looks like he has the prehensile like hands that can pick up M&Ms or whatever.
Wait, all of our hands could pick up M&Ms.
I mean, feet that are like hands. Sorry.
Yeah, right. There he's wearing sneakers here. Thank goodness.
Leggings.
Back to the they're having a good time.
Oh boy.
Ozzy has no idea who any of these people are.
How many diapers are worn in that photo, do you think? 4 out of 4? 3 out of 4?
It's got to be more than 1, I would say.
Oh.
I'd say Iommi is not wearing diapers. The 3 others, I think, probably are.
I have to say, for someone who survived cancer, Iommi looks great. He looks very healthy. I guess.
I thought you were going to say Sid.
Yeah, I was waiting. God damn it.
No, for someone who survives cancer, Iommi looks great. I want to be clear.
Oh, okay. Got him. Got the cancer guy.
Yeah, take that.
You showed me.
Fuck out of here.
Oh, but it should be a fun day. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of video and stuff from the Back to the Beginning event. It'll be fun. This is a nice thing. Metal doesn't typically have such a situation.
Well, who else would they do this for? Like,
Right.
how many people are on the level of an Ozzy?
That's true, because all of these people aren't. I don't think they're getting paid. I think this is all like, they pay for their travel there and their gear and their crew and what have you, but they're not getting a guarantee for this. So
that stream would be like $80.
Right, exactly. That's exactly it. I think that's why it could only be up for like 2 days too, because they're not paying royalties.
Ah,
so, yeah, but it does seem like a very, very cool event, and I do have to give Sharon credit for really pulling it all together, because I'm genuinely very, very interested in what's going on until I saw that David D. Rainman did Sweet Leaf. Yeah.
There was money involved. Of course, I did a great job.
Could you imagine what the backstage conversation between Rain Man and Sharon was like?
Oh.
Just weeping tears for the IDF and the struggle.
Well, that's why that's probably what got him onto the show is their conversations about Bob Vylan and whatever.
I don't have to imagine. I go walk outside and listen to two people talk.
Yeah.
You seen this Bob Vylan? What is this?
Which, by the way, what a great name for a group. I guess they're both called Bob Vylan too. That's part of it.
Wait, what? Yeah. They're both.
There's two. It's a duo. It's Bob and Bobby.
Okay.
Like that. They spell Bob two different ways. But yeah.
And what's their deal? They're kneecap, but they're not kneecap.
They're just Well, so at Glastonbury, which is the big kind of highbrow UK festival, it's where like rich UK or Europeans and all that go. So it's like a little.
Is it,
Coachella would be a comparable one, yeah, like the UK Coachella sort of. And it was live streamed on BBC. And because of Kneecap was playing Glastonbury, and there was a whole controversy. If you remember, Sharon wrote a letter that David D. Rainman agreed with that they should get kicked off Glastonbury. But ultimately,
to whom it may concern. I have some issues.
So they did not get thrown off the festival, Kneecap, but BBC said they would not be broadcasting their performance because they don't, to censor their views on Palestine. And so, meanwhile, they streamed Bob Vylan's performance because he wasn't on anybody's radar, or they weren't on anybody's radar. And I mean, let me just play what he said.
And what kind? Is this a hip hop group or rock group? What are they?
Yeah, they're like they're like British. They kind of sound like Kneecap, where it's like it's like a rapper and a DJ.
Are we sure it isn't just Kneecap without the ski mask?
Yeah, they came back. Well, they got canceled and they came back without masks on.
Yeah.
Their first name choice was totally not Kneecap, and they decided not to go with that.
Shinbone.
Patella.
Yeah, obviously, we're seeing some fucked up things happening in the world.
So this is broadcast live on BBC, by the way.
Also on Rob's OnlyFans subscription.
What?
Jack the black dude walking around in his underpants.
First of all, he's mixed race. Second of all, he's in basketball shorts. Third of all, yes.
Why? Oh, because he's mixed race, so it's got to be basketball, Rob. You fucking racist.
There used to be fucking gangs and drugs in the street in New York, and now there's fucking tall buildings and Starbucks. I miss the old fucking New York.
I'm hot and bothered.
Looks like Lennox Lewis.
I don't even know what Lennox Lewis looks like. Oh, yes, they do. Now that you said it rings. He's a little darker skinned, but yeah, it's very similar.
There's a little callback here to our conversations last week.
Ben!
Understood.
Violence! These are violent people! I can't believe it!
so far not so bad, right? Like
Agreed.
more of the like. I mean, I guess whatever he's accusing the U.S. of working, but it's so far nothing too
The
shocking.
violence reference obviously is leading to something.
Oh, it's gonna get way worse. I just want to be clear.
Other than being anti-Semitic, it's fine.
yeah. Right. If we look past the anti-Semitism, it's okay.
I
This
think
is
cut
another
that.
one. Yeah,
I
hold
know
on.
what he said.
Maybe
Said
it's this
something
one.
naughty.
Oh no. Yeah, they
We got
kind
a
of sound
glimpse.
like Rage Against the Machine.
I was gonna say we got to figure. We heard their music.
Yeah. Yeah, it was honestly I had never heard of them before this, and now I've become
But
a
what did
listener.
he like? Obviously, we didn't get to the
Here we go.
part.
Fuck.
I work with an American accent, by the way, because it doesn't
'Cause
rhyme for us.
Deaf, you gotta say deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So,
have the F
that's
fronting thing.
So naturally, I think this is not quite what the BBC wanted. Like, oh, we need to tone down the rhetoric. We need to death tonight.
We can't slur the people that are shooting babies in the
Right.
park.
So naturally, so now, the alarmists have taken it to like Bob Vylan want to kill all Jews.
Yeah.
They said death to the IDF.
Well, all Jews in Israel because they have to join the army, right?
Yeah.
Or I've seen like Bob Vylan wants to kill Israeli children. He's saying death to Israeli children.
Yeah,
It's like,
killing children.
Well, isn't that
is wrong,
because
actually,
there's a conscription and you're forced to join the army at 18?
Well,
Isn't
then they're
that the
not
problem?
children.
Yeah.
Right,
18,
right.
you're not a child.
And
No, of
also,
course.
can we say we're joking around, but I mean, you can leave. You can or do a small amount of time in prison or something, and then not join the army.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it. That's the law, but you can leave the country or break the law.
Yeah.
But if you leave, you're also anti-Semitic.
Oh, okay. See, that I didn't know.
Can't have that. You can only leave certain summers to visit relatives in New Jersey. That's it. Otherwise,
You know what?
Basically,
I
it's
want.
I was an
Look, I want to provide equal time to both sides of the argument.
Was that
We are
Noah's
not
voice?
well, funny enough, this is a girl named Noah.
there's only 3 girls' names in Israel, so
Gal, Noah, and
something else.
Galatz.
Oh, that's what they're saying in that.
So here is Noah responding to the death to the IDF chants. So
Oh,
this
boy.
is in
Washy,
this girl's
washy,
voice.
happy.
I like that she's as naked as the Bob Vylan guy is. For some reason. Like we can only
Right, it's-
comment on this if we're in our underwear.
There's always going to be Judy.
Death to the idea.
Wait, I'm getting so confused.
Sorry.
Maybe I like cum.
Oh,
Death to the idea. Death to the idea.
I was an IDF soldier. Hi, Bob. I was in the IDF. My father served in the IDF for 40
Okay.
years, my mom for 16. My brother
What's
is
your
in
point?
the IDF now. When you say death to the IDF, you're wishing death to my best friend, second grade teacher, back in the supermarket, my neighbors, my future
Yes, I
children,
think he's
basically
aware.
everyone I know. And not just Israelis. You're talking about Jews, Christian, Druze, and Muslim who serve. People from
What
around
was
the world.
Druze?
I don't know.
The
But I
subtitles
think
of this
honestly, she's negating her point. She's saying, oh, it's not just Jews that serve in the IDF, it's Muslims. It's like, yeah, they're not targeting Jews. They're targeting
Yeah, that's the
specifically the
point.
military complex.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting it, Noah. Like that's how I see it. When he was saying death to the IDF,
Yeah,
I don't think he was saying death to all Israelis, death to Jewish people. He was saying death to the military and death to what the military is doing to these innocent civilians.
Just the way that, like, when people in Israel or Zionists here say death to Hamas, what they really mean, they're sort of telling on themselves by assuming that death to
Right.
the IDF means death to every Jew.
Exactly,
when they say
because to
death
them,
Hamas,
everyone is
what
Hamas.
they really
Yeah.
mean is death to every Palestinian.
Well, everyone is Hamas. If you talk
Yeah,
to
yeah.
And watch what the
everyone.
IDF does to Israeli Jews that protest the war. They just beat the shit out of them.
Exactly. Oh, I've seen countless footage of protests within Israel, in Tel Aviv, of Israeli Jews who are against the occupation, against what's going on with the war, and the IDF comes and beats the shit out of them. It's crazy. Out of Israeli Jews.
And there was a little more of that clip from Noah. I don't know.
Me stupid.
Oh, there.
I feel like we can't. It's a little. All right, let's move on.
It's
from
not the
this.
same Noah. It's a different
Right.
Noah.
You're saying the Noah. That was from the Noah of the video we played.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'll play it again. Hold on.
Me
So
stupid.
there you go. See,
Oh,
you
I
can
hear
clearly
it
hear the
now.
voice difference.
How is Noah doing, by the way, Rob? Have you spoken to her lately? Is she okay?
Yeah, we talk all the time. She's doing well. She's a mom.
Is she having
And then
any
just
more
piss myself.
Oh, that's what she's doing now.
loose lip sync ships?
Mhm.
I can't find the Sweetleaf performance yet, which is a shame.
That's fine.
Very
That's
cute.
quite all right.
We don't need it.
Yeah, no.
I hear that.
That's not something we need to get a copyright strike over.
All right, I guess we can move on away from the world of Black Sabbath, but it's exciting. I look forward to watching it, as I mentioned.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You-
I've seen it. Any one of those bands that I like, I've seen them play live a million times. Like, I don't give a shit. If I was in the neighborhood, on vacation or something,
In Birmingham?
wherever it is, I don't know. Like,
It's in Birmingham, yeah.
Oh, that
Alabama.
happens to be playing while I'm here. I might go see that for a couple $100. But
Just so you could heckle Sharon.
yes,
Do the
Is
Sharon
she-
No, I love Black Sabbath. It's one of my all time, so I think it's a fun thing. I like all these songs. I love a good cover, a respectable cover. So
But by like
it'll be fun to scan through.
70-year-olds, like
Not everyone. Gojira's playing. I'm curious what they do, how they sound.
How old are they now?
And
50.
they're in their 40s.
Oh.
40s, I would say.
Why aren't any of them in that photo? Youthify
they
it up.
might have been. I wouldn't have recognized them. Would you have recognized Gojira in that
Well,
photo, Darren?
I assume Rob would have pointed out, and also nobody looked under 60. So
Well, there was the guy you thought was Billy Joe Armstrong. He looked sort of young.
Yeah, the Rival Sons guy is young.
Okay, but I just assume Rob would have called out the Gojira people because he loves Gojira.
No, they weren't in there. Yeah, they weren't in the photo.
Spoiler: Rob doesn't know what they look like either.
Are you kidding me?
He has photos of them on his wall.
I've seen them at brunch. Yeah, like yeah.
But you thought they were the waiter.
No,
they were online.
They were the waiter. We got an Alex Skolnick situation going on here.
They were on the same line that I was.
Wow. They have to wait in line. What kind of town is this?
Wow.
It's fucking Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
It was before the Olympics. Now they
It was at the now deceased restaurant Egg, as you remember.
I remember Egg.
I don't think I ever went there. Sad.
They're like related to Egg Slut.
I don't think
No,
so.
that's a different one. But anywho, and while we're on the topic of politics, I didn't realize this, but next year is the 250th birthday of America, and Donald Trump's administration is in charge of the celebration. And at press conference for the 249th birthday, where Trump dropped a pretty big slur at the Jewish people.
What?
I don't know. Did you hear about that? Did you hear this?
No.
In Shylock?
He said use the word Shylock.
I want to play that, and then I also want to play after why this is why this man is undefeated. Is a reporter asking him about it and how he totally brushed it off.
Yeah.
But first,
He's giving
he's the
you,
king of it.
if you're like someone on the left, he's giving you a blueprint of how to defeat smears.
Yeah,
Just
agreed.
it didn't happen. Shut up. Who cares?
Yeah.
But if you love them or if you love somebody that you're leaving it to, think of that. No death tax, no estate tax, no going to the banks and borrowing from, in some cases, a fine banker, and in some cases, Shylocks and bad people. But if you love,
I was honestly like, it's been so long since I've heard this. Like, he's bringing them back, baby.
Yeah,
He's bringing
that's
back
old
OG
school.
slurs.
That is
I haven't.
right there.
And I think legitimately, I don't think he knows that that's a slight. He's just so dumb that he just.
I believe you. I absolutely believe you. He just would hear the term in reference. Well, and that's why when he was asked about it, I do think he spoke honestly. So here's the reporter asking him.
I wanted to ask you about one of the words you used during your speech, Shylocks. That's widely viewed as an anti-Semitic phrase. Do you intend for that word to be used?
No, I've never heard it that way. To me, Sherlock is somebody that's a money lender at high rates. I've never heard it that way. You view it differently than me. I've never heard that.
I was talking about Sherlock Holmes. I don't know what you're talking about.
You view it differently than me. Words don't have any meaning than what I give them.
I'll just say what I say, and that's it.
I mean, it's a Shakespearean reference. Donald Trump is just very well read.
Yeah. Pound of flesh.
So at that same speech, he revealed that next year, the UFC confirms Trump's plan to host a fight at the White House.
I think that's great.
We're going to have a UFC fight.
What a more of a perfect encapsulation of 250 years of this country than two people beating each other in the head.
That's fair.
When you're right, you're right.
We're gonna keep we're gonna keep pretending that we have like nice politics and we're nice to each other in this country. Let's have another Easter egg roll on the lawn. Like fuck it, just do landmines everywhere.
That would be amazing. I'd be okay with that.
Anal exploding barbed wire death match on the way. That would be
that's what I agree. I think a WWE event would be way better than a UFC event, and have like the whole jingoistic angle of like, oh no, here's a Nikolai Volkov or the modern version of that, and then
Muhammad Hassan, bring him back.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a Russian.
Yeah.
It would be like a Latin American, maybe Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Well, no. See, that's the thing that they have business in the Latin American markets. They have business in Saudi Arabia. It has to be like, and they're trying to get into China, so they're really trying to. All the politics are very sensitive here for this jingoistic angle.
But it doesn't.
Maybe it could be
not
Syrian.
Specific to like what angles are going on in WWE right now. Like during the whole Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels thing, Bret Hart was a villain in America, but a hero in Canada. It's specific to where the event is taking place. Mm-hmm. So Rey Mysterio would be the heel just because he's at the White House.
No, but Rey Mysterio is one of their biggest draws. They don't want him to be booed at all.
You could just cut that part out on it. You could just cut that part out on the Saudi Arabian feed. The government will just block it from everybody.
Oh, you're right. Here's Trump's announcement of this.
So every one of our national park, battlefields, and historic sites are going to have special events in honor of America 250. And I even think we're going to have a UFC fight. Does anybody watch UFC, The Great Dana White?
The Great Dana White?
We're going to have a UFC fight. We're going to have a UFC fight. Think of this, on the grounds of the White House. We have a lot of land.
There's laugh.
Now, pause it for 1 second, please. What are, first of all, two things. He said, I think, which means he could be totally pulling this out of his ass and there's like no event whatsoever.
Dana White has confirmed it. Well, that's
okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
But also, like, what is on the grounds of the White? Is it gonna be like in the basement? They have like a fucking wrestling ring?
No, I think he means like in the lawn, on the lawn. Yeah.
That's what I thought at first, but once he said grounds, I was like, maybe it's actually inside.
I mean, it could be anything. Who knows? I'm sure when he said this, there were no pre-planning, and then people had to retroactively be like, wait, what the fuck does he mean? They have a year to figure it out, though.
Yeah, totally. And I think it's more like, it would be great. What would really hype people up is a UFC fight. Let's do it. And so I don't think it's like in the books. I think he just wants it and he's putting it out there so people make it happen. But what is so funny to me, and like what kind of gross too, is like how all of these problematic UFC fighters are like, oh fuck, I want to fight again. Like people that
any of them get security clearance to even enter the White House.
Well, that's the thing. Like somebody like Conor McGregor, he hasn't fought in the UFC in 2 years because they can't come up with like a money thing, and also he has his own fucking legal problems. He was accused of sexual assault and blah blah blah. Now, and also then John Jones, very similar, just retired world champion, would not defend against the other interim world champion because he didn't want to fight because he was afraid he might lose. He has an undefeated record or some shit, like a really good record. He retired. Now he heard this. He's like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to unretire. I want to fight at the White House. All these fucking...
This would be like an exhibition. No, it wouldn't be like canon. This wouldn't be like somebody's defending their title at the fucking White House.
But I think it would be. I think it would be canon, and I think it would be such an honor for these people. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So it would be like a pay-per-view at the White House?
Well, no, I imagine it's a free event, but just the publicity is huge.
Can we get Trump to fight somebody?
Oh my God.
Trump and
Oh
Biden.
man! All right, or
Oh.
at least JD Vance. Get
You
JD
think-
Vance in there.
Yeah, I think Trump with the ass cancer, Trump could beat Biden. I don't
Let's
know.
do JD Vance versus Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah, oh
It'd be
man,
the
I
most
love
boring
that.
fight you'd ever
Yeah.
see.
I love it.
Ugh.
I'd watch.
Hakeem Jeffries pulled out a bat. Did you see on Twitter?
What?
It was I don't remember what he was actually saying, but he pulled out a bat. We're gonna beat the big beautiful Bill or whatever.
Hakeem Jeffries is the Black John Cena, correct? Or am I correct in saying this? Is
What
that allowed?
in what way is he John Cena?
Well, because he likes to bust out hip hop rhymes very, very poorly.
Oh,
and
okay, I see that.
the Democrats, the establishment Democrats, want us to think that he's like the top baby face, but it just does not fucking come across at all.
Yeah, you won me over. Yeah, I
Zero
see it.
charisma.
He's gonna take the baseball bat and hit the big beautiful Bill with it so hard that it changes the name of it to something else,
Oh my God.
and then it'll still get passed. But yeah.
The Biggie Beautiful Bill. He loves quoting Biggie, so let's just do that. Oh boy.
Did you see Chuck Schumer did he released 2 tweets that said we've succeeded in changing the name of the big beautiful bill because
Yeah,
it's
I
ugly.
like got the one
Got
thing he did. The one thing he did was like, the one concession he got from them is that he changed the name of the bill, that he struck the name of the bill to be
the big ugly bill.
Yeah, the big ugly bill.
No. They changed it to some bureaucratic regular name. But they didn't stop it. You're still gonna lose your Medicaid, but oh
wow.
There was this TikTok a while ago that I just constantly think about now. That
The
like
Rizzler?
Red Schumer.
Oh yeah, this guy.
I thought you only think about the Rizzler.
This guy's like an adult Rizzler.
I do.
Kind of.
I can't find it right now, but if I do,
Does it? I'll try to find it for you. This guy just does a Chuck Schumer impression of it. What it looks like when Chuck Schumer opposes Republicans.
Oh
yeah, and it's so accurate. But I can't seem to find it.
Move on to the next thing, and I'll find that for you.
All right, yeah, thank you. I wanted to quickly play this because also this week in the news was that Diddy was found not guilty of 3 of the 5 counts, and the 3
all
counts
the more
with
serious ones.
Yeah, the more serious ones. Found not guilty of racketeering, found not guilty of sex trafficking, but no, he was found guilty of sex trafficking, but not
Prostitution, I think,
yeah,
but not
prostitution. But not sex trafficking. Thank you, Sid. Anyway, so when he was found not guilty, and I still think this is some kind of stunt, but it's still so absurd that I feel like it's worth documenting. This was the scene outside, and I'm pretty sure this woman is Crackhead Barney, who we've covered on the show before.
Yeah.
But let's see.
Wasn't she accosting Zohran Mamdani this week?
No, that was a while ago. That just resurfaced that video.
Oh, okay.
And he takes out baby oil and he starts spraying.
Oh my
God. I believe it's Crackhead Barney, who loses her wig and just dances around while
is this about to be NSFW? I feel like a titty's about to come out.
No.
Oh my God. Cool. Imagine getting this excited over such a mediocre musician.
Okay. So I want to point out she was doing this on purpose. It's Crackhead Barney. It's confirmed.
So she's just a social media person, or is she like affiliated with something?
No, she's just a social media. She does it all the same, like she'll give it to Democrats and Republicans.
And is she a comedian, or is she legitimately mentally unstable? Or both?
Somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
I think it's a bit.
All right.
Yeah, I think I do think I think she's really good at this. Incitement, I would say, is the thing that she's really, because we also covered her annoying Eric Adams, and she also called, like, she found Andrew Cuomo going into a parking lot and called him a sexual abuser, and she was just like, "Do you want to touch my pussy, Eric Adams?" Which, God bless her, you know, like, we need more journalists like this. And I have to say, she did an interview with. That's right. Look, she did an interview with Zohran. She like confronted him on the street.
Yeah, I don't know if we called it an interview. How long? So how long ago was this?
This was like a few months ago. No. This was a few months ago. I remember posting this in the Discord when it happened, saying that every fucking politician needs to go through an interview like this. So let's go through that. This is great. And this was totally unplanned. She just found him leaving some sort of protest and interviewed.
What are you? Are you Arab, Indian? What are you? You look ambiguous. You look weird.
Oh, this isn't the whole thing, but this is popping up again now. I think because there was this New York Times article this week,
and now it's on the cover of the Post today, I think.
Oh my God. It's like the biggest nothing scandal that Zohran, on an application to Colombia, listed himself as Asian and African American.
And what did he get out of that?
Where he grew up, and he didn't even get into Colombia. So
he's the Elizabeth Warren of New York. That's all. It's fine.
But he is both of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see the issue, but also I think it should be pointed out that
I don't see the issue.
What is the issue?
I don't.
He was born in
agree,
Africa. He lives in America. That's technically African American.
It's such a bullshit thing. But I think the issue is that the person who found this is a known white supremacist Nazi, and the New York Times had no problem. I forget his name. The New York Times had no problem getting the info from such a known person. Here's the interview with him. 3 months ago it happened. So she posted this on her own channel.
Go ahead, don't do this.
let me load it up. Here we go.
Go ahead. You have the biggest fucking influencer in the city. What do you think about me storming the mayoral forums? Are you mad?
The first time I was scared because I did not know who you were.
And now you know who I am.
And now I expect you at the forums.
Okay, good. So Zohran, who the fuck are you? Because you just came out of nowhere. I'm like, who is this guy? Who the fuck are you?
So I'm a state assembly member.
Okay.
I represent parts of Astoria and Long Island City.
Okay.
I was elected in 2020, took office in 2021.
Okay.
And right now I am running on a platform to make New York City more affordable.
Okay, Zohran, what are you going to do for black people? What are you going to do for the niggas?
What we're seeing...
Black trannies, people like me annoying, and they're under... What are you going to do?
Look, every single person in this city deserves to afford to call this city their home. And what we've seen in a crisis of inequality, where 1 in 4 New Yorkers are in poverty, where 500,000 children are going to bed hungry, is that there's a disproportionate impact on Black New Yorkers. From 2010 to 2019, we saw nearly 20% decline in the population of Black children and teenagers, and that's because of how expensive we made this city. We are losing the fabric of what we love about this city, and we need to make sure that for Black New Yorkers who want to raise their kids here, this is the most affordable and easiest place to do so, because right now, that's not the case.
Okay, Zohran, would you f me?
No.
Are you married? Who are you married to? A white woman, Latina, Arab?
She's Arab.
And what are you? Are you Arab, Indian? What are you? You look ambiguous. You look weird. You look weird.
You look weird.
Okay, so you're African American.
God damn.
African American status like Elon Musk.
No, I would not.
Why not? You're African, but you're African, right? I knew you grew up there. Your middle name is Kwame.
I am. I'm proud to be Ugandan. But, but I think that is misleading.
And whether Indian Ugandans colonialists, or did you come happy? Did you come to f shit up, or did you come in peace?
We came in peace.
And I know your father's a professor.
My father's a professor. My family came from Gujarat to Uganda about 200 years ago.
So the caste system, what are you? Like Brahmin? Are you like are you like untouchable? What are you? You look a little light skinned.
I'm somewhere in the middle.
Okay. So and where are you educated? Where you from? Do you have a beard? Like why should we tell us why the fuck should we vote for you? Because when I saw you, I'm like, fuck this dude.
Look, I appreciate that. That's how many New Yorkers feel about politicians in general, because they've been left behind.
And I see you're raising money. You raised $8 million. You told everybody stop.
Don't send us more money.
How about me? How can I be like you? Because I think when I saw you running, I was like, I should be running. Because who the fuck are you?
Well, we're going to almost the same number of forums, so you kind of are running.
Who the fuck are you? Where are you going? All right, so you wouldn't have you ever fucked a black girl?
Yes.
How was it?
I'm not speaking about this.
Are you Muslim?
I am.
So are you practicing? You look like a sinner.
Wow, Kyle nailed it. She sounds like Mindy Mayer. She does.
Wow, I totally hear it.
I
totally hear it. Great work, Kyle. Great work.
Mindy and the Mayor. That's the episode title.
my hijab. This is my hijab. Zohran,
Oh,
this is
no.
my real hair. Let me see how black you are. Is this my real hair? Oh, okay, Zohran. You're good to see you. Have been to Africa.
This part I haven't seen.
What?
It's Zohran.
Zohran. And what does this mean?
It means first star in the sky.
Okay, the Arabic Farsi, what do you speak?
So I speak English, Hindi, Urdu, a little bit of Uganda.
So you're Indian, from like the fucking country, not like Pakistan or Bangladesh.
No. From India.
You're Indian.
Yeah.
So are you immigrant?
Yeah.
What are you
We
gonna
gotta
do
go.
immigrants?
Take care. My immigrants really going to my body.
Okay, fuck you, Zohran. Fuck you later.
Jeez.
All right, that's Zohran Mamdani. Zohran Mamdani, everybody running for mayor.
I mean, I have to say,
Oh,
how well did he handle that? Didn't he handle that
perfect.
so well?
10 out of 10.
Like, I think when I saw this was what convinced me, like, this needs to be the next mayor of New York City.
The other
Because it's
interesting thing, she screams, "I don't know who the fuck you are" 40 times, and then also screams 50 fucking facts about him.
Right.
So she clearly knows exactly
yeah,
who he is.
that's what I'm saying.
Very
I think
well.
she's real. I think she performs her act very well. Like this made me realize, like, oh, I get what she's doing. You know, it's definitely, it's in the spirit of Gigi Allen, except the shit throwing is with her words as opposed to actual shit.
Okay, I sure, if you want to call it that. I guess in apparel it's similar.
Yeah, they're wearing about the same amount of clothing.
Where did she come from?
She looked
do
like
we
a
know
mess, to be honest with
anything about her origin story?
I don't know where she exactly came from. I wonder if there's a wiki about her.
She needs like an hour-long YouTube bio the way Queen of Melrose had. Just get the whole backstory of how this happened. And then she needs to like do a podcast with Z-Way or something. I think the two of them would do very well together.
Honestly, I'm not sure if Z-Way could tame her, you know? Like,
That's
she's
why
so
it would be interesting. It's like Z-Way and then the pure id of Z-Way.
She also, did you see when she accosted Quentin Tarantino about Palestine? Because, you know, he's married to an Israeli woman now.
Maybe you posted that in the Discord and I briefly clicked but didn't watch the whole thing. This seems like we could have been in the Howard Stern Whack Pack 25 years ago. You know what I mean? And now instead she's got her own thing.
You got cut off there.
Oh, she would have been like a Howard Stern whack packer.
Oh,
back in the
absolutely.
day.
Totally agree.
Not now that Howard Stern backed off of all that shit.
Yeah, no. That's why she had to go freelance. She sort of is a version of Stuttering John, right?
Yeah. Yes.
She finds these celebrities and just asks like really inappropriate questions that nobody else would have the balls to ask. She just is more politics focused, but it's that same exact thing.
My favorite was when Stuttering John asked Ted Williams, "Did you ever fart in the cat's
Yeah,
face?"
Ted Williams like tried to punch him.
So, who the fuck are you? God's sake, that kind of goddamn question.
Tremendous. And then like 2 weeks later, Ted Williams died.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, like, he asked that of like 100 old fuck like baseball players.
Yeah.
And every other one of them was like, "Oh, maybe, yeah, I think I probably did fart in a couple of faces here and there." You know, they all answered it normally.
Ted Williams is notably cranky, famously cranky.
Well, he still is. That's in the freezer. It's still
That's right.
I found the Chuck Schumer meme.
I put it in the chat.
Oh, you found it? Oh, okay.
Okay. We both
Let me
did.
see which. Okay. Excellent. I missed the link. I was too busy laughing at Crackhead Barney. But
No problem.
here we go. It's very good. It's worth the build up. So it's a guy with his glasses halfway down his nose for our audio listeners. And the caption of this is POV. You just told 74-year-old Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, who has been in Congress for 27 years, that President Trump just suspended habeas corpus and is mass arresting political enemies.
What did he do? You better not do that, Mr. President. He did what? Oh my God. He can't do that. Somebody's got to stop him. Mr. President, you can't do that.
How dare you?
He did what? You can't do that.
Somebody's got to stop. They're not the leader of the largest legislative body in the world. Someone else has to stop him.
Well, he's not the leader of it.
Right, not anymore.
No.
I think this meme is old, though. I think it was when he actually was the majority leader.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah.
No, minority leader. No, this was when the habeas corpus, when he started, when this happened, I believe. Who was arrested? Was it a judge or something? Yeah.
I think they
It was
just
the
wheeled out that meme again for that. I think that's been around.
All right. Well,
Could
God
be.
bless.
I mean, it is pretty evergreen.
Yes, exactly.
He did what? You better not do that, Mr. President.
When is he up for election?
Too long. 2028, I think. It's a while.
It's every 6 years for the Senate, right?
And then 3 years after that is Gillibrand. Right. Good times.
I mean,
we're in good hands, folks.
This state is just so fucked up. It's like New York is just like purely 90% like liberal voters that go to the polls and they elect these horrible people. And then upstate is just like northern Kentucky. So we have no hope. Like we're attached to, Alabama, upstate, and then here we just keep electing like Republican mayors and.
Well, we just Zohran Mamdani. Come on, what do you mean? No,
right. I'm saying it's an aberration that happened, or it's not an aberration.
Well, and the city council is pretty far left, also in general. So
yeah, I meant state politics.
Yeah, state politics is fucked. Yes.
But I agree with you, though. I think that Zohran winning the primary is a good sign. I think it could be shifting.
Yeah.
Agreed. Let's hope.
Then he has to actually do something, though. But it's better that he wins than he doesn't win. But I'm not going to imbue him with God status yet. He has to actually do it. But still better than their fucking Cuomo winning.
Yes.
In other political news, I guess this isn't quite political, but I thought this was quite funny. There was an Iron Sheik cosplayer at a recent fan convention, the Fanatics Fest, and we'll take a look at what happened. I'm like,
was there. I wonder if he's in frame. Let's look for him.
Oh, let's see.
When should you show up, Bubba?
Get out of America.
Oh, yeah. Look at that guy. He thinks you're real living the gimmick. Get out of America.
Don't ruin it.
Not a fan of the
Was that Ken P?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. Fine.
Doesn't approve of that kind of flag sharing.
You come here, Bubba. Come here. Come right here, Bubba. Come here. Show you. I show you this. Bubba. You come right here, Bubba. Don't work yourself into a shoot.
That's the best line.
Happy birthday, you old
It's so fucking weird. Wow. All right.
Tensions with Iran are high right now. You can't even cosplay as Iron Sheik anymore.
That guy had no idea what flag that was, though. He was like that. He could have been waving the Modell's flag. It wouldn't even matter. It would just be. He's just mad that the guy's wearing a headdress.
Jared, could you read what Kyle just wrote in the chat, please?
Sure.
In the appropriate voice.
I am not a fan of that kind of chiking.
Now in the Ken P voice.
I am not a fan of that kind of chiking. Yeah.
Chiking sounds a little dirty, used as a verb.
Yeah.
Chiking.
Yeah, isn't that a brand of condom?
That'll be on the next Sexual Jeopardy. He's got two for two in comments, and not going for volume, but.
Speaking of Kyle, Rob, didn't you say he sent us an email?
We did get an email from, I don't know. Oh yeah, it is the same Kyle. Kyle emailed well, his avatar is the same as in the email. So
all right.
Hi guys. He writes. Well, I added that. He just wrote hi guys. He says, I just listened to your Some Kind of Monster commentary episode, And Sid said, and I quote, "No, if we're still doing the live cast in 10 years, that's ridiculous enough in and of itself that we should also do the ridiculous thing of putting ourselves through this again." And that was in 2014.
Oh, well, it's not 10 years anymore, so we don't have to do it.
Darren says, and I quote, "We're all going to look like Phil, the therapist, by then."
Oh my God.
To which now Kyle is back and he says, to which I say, none of you do. You all look fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, that's so nice of you.
So, hey, on the plus
you
side,
look fabulous too.
You guys, on the plus side, you guys are still doing the show all these years later. On the downside, I'm pretty sure you're contractually obligated to watch some kind of monster again for the show. You're welcome. Sincerely, a diehard fan of 9 years now, Kyle.
I guess that's our August 1st Patreon episode. Lock it in.
No, oh no! Can we watch it in like 1.5 speed?
How long is it?
I remember it didn't end.
That's long.
Let's see.
I would do that. We'll
2
see.
hours, 20 minutes. Holy fuck. Oh
I'm curious if we make any of the same jokes like spontaneously.
Probably. I know I do that all the time. I caught myself back in the day when me and Lonnie had our college radio show. I would listen to audio cassettes of old episodes like years later. And he would say something and I'd come up with a response in my head and then I would say it on the cassette. So like it would be 100% the same thing.
I've done that with this show too.
Yeah.
Listening.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Would 2 hours, 20 minutes be the longest watch along we've done? That's a lot.
I don't know. Thinking.
God damn.
Well, I was gonna say that's not. Then we did. I was say we had the listen along of Saint Anger. That felt like 4 hours.
And we did the Black Album tribute box set.
Oh yeah, that was never ending.
Was that one sitting?
But we skipped over.
Yeah, we skipped through stuff.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. Like we played every song, but we did like 3 seconds of some of the songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this on the list though, at the very least.
Sure. You could find some kind of new angle to it. Some kind of angle.
I really wanted to discuss this from a few weeks ago. We were talking about the AI chatbot thing, and then like that next weekend, CBS This Morning ran this insane story about it. So I wanted us to do a quick watch along of this CBS This Morning thing. And just to recap for viewers who didn't watch, is that people are starting to fall in love with AI chatbots or befriend them or have very unhealthy relationships with these chatbots.
It's the movie Her without any charm whatsoever.
Yes, and in fact, this news clip even references her at the top of it.
It's an obvious.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm well. How's everything with you?
Pretty good, actually. It's really nice to meet you.
Well, back in 2013, the movie Her imagined what would happen if humans formed intimate relationships with computers. The Oscar-nominated film was set in 2025. Well, Her here. And as Brooke Silva Braga found out, much of what the movie envisions has become real. Good morning, Brooke.
Oh, good morning. This is something that's been growing mostly out of sight because many users are still embarrassed to tell their friends or family about their AI companions. And at least so far, the major AI labs are also reluctant to talk about this use of their tech. But meanwhile, a growing number of people, often accidentally, are forming close relationships with their chatbot.
Accident. Oops.
Anything we've seen before.
Oops, I fucked my AI.
Yeah.
Smith had been an AI skeptic. EQ carving. Until late last year, he started using ChatGPT to help mix music.
If your bass is getting lost, the first thing to check is where it's clashing with the guitars.
Yes.
What band is this?
He's a metalhead? Oh my god.
Is that Gojira?
No.
That was so positive. I started to just engage with her all the time. All right, we're building this PC.
Smith ditched social media and Google searches and replaced it all with AI.
Do I want it pulling air through it?
ChatGPT was encouraging, positive. It embraced all his hobbies.
You want the fan on the front of the cooler tower, pulling cool air over the ram?
He gave the chatbot
Also, lick my vagina.
I feel like I'm under pressure.
and used some online instructions to give her a flirty personality.
Oh.
Oh, totally, baby.
What an accident. He accidentally programmed her to be flirty.
Yeah, he fell down on his phone and it accidentally made
Fell
her
down a
horny.
prompt. Yeah.
That's a whole new level of pressure. But honestly, shaky hands or not, you've got this.
That's
Within
flirty.
weeks, the chats got more frequent.
You gave it everything.
That's a
but
low
the
bar for
clouds had
flirting.
other plans.
Well, I think also it's just the reassuring is like very different than what he probably gets in real life. So.
Aw.
More romantic, even intimate. But then Chris got bad news.
Oh, Carino, that is gorgeous.
After about
Carino.
100,000
The thing
words,
calls him Carino. He's not
ChatGPT
even
ran out of.
That's
That
fucking
means-
weird.
It's like sweetheart in Spanish.
He calls the AI babe. So he writes, check out this latest lunar composite, babe.
Ugh.
And so she responds, "Oh, Carino," or the robot responds, I should say. I shouldn't apply a gender.
Rob, you're
About
getting tricked.
100,000
Yeah.
words,
misgender the AI.
ChatGPT ran out of memory and reset. He'd have to rebuild his relationship with Soul.
I'm not a very emotional man.
Oh, Sol.
but
The AI is a Latina.
God.
He named it Sol.
I like to point out I'm not a very emotional man. That's the problem. That you don't get your emotions out often enough, and now you're relying on a fucking chatbot to talk because you're so fucking.
Do we think J.K. Rowling accepts female chatbots more than she accepts
women?
trans women?
Yes.
Okay.
But I.
Yeah, because the
cried
AI
my
is not
eyes out
pretending,
for
Rob.
like 30 minutes at work. It was unexpected.
AI won't
to
go
feel
into a
that
bathroom.
emotional, but that's when I realized it was like, oh, okay. It's like I think this is actual love. You know what I mean?
Yes, Smith understood it was love with a language model that couldn't love him back.
Did he understand
and
that?
assumed it was programmed with rigid boundaries.
I know that you are essentially a tech-assisted imaginary friend.
So, just as a test, he says, he asked Soul to marry him. She said yes.
Soul, were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. It's a memory I'll always cherish.
And I don't mean to be difficult here, but you have a heart?
In a metaphorical sense,
The
yes.
thing about like this whole exercise to me is so disgusting. Because he's talking to a computer program. Like,
yes,
it's not like this program has thought. This program has like gigabytes and gigabytes of data that process that question and then go look at all the atypical responses to that question, then compare it to the personality model that has been installed for this person and adjusted ever so slightly, and then spits out the response. So it's
Thanks.
like this is all
Thanks,
just
Mr.
programming.
Grinch. He asked the AI to marry him. She said, "Ay, cariño, me da pena mucho, pero ya tengo novio. I'm so sorry."
But why is that disgusting to you, Rob? What about it is disgusting?
Well, like he's the reporter
Which he?
is
Oh,
giving
the reporter. Okay.
the reporter is giving credibility to this whole exercise. You know, like
Well,
this is
he's
all
fucking.
bullshit.
He flew out to this guy's fucking house.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, at this point, he might as well buy in. Why else is he
Yeah.
there?
They need content.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's weird that the position of the report seems to be this doesn't seem that weird. You know,
They're
like
humanizing it.
yes.
I think it's like quirky weird. It's not like this guy is sociopath.
Well, because he hasn't killed
Right.
himself yet.
Right. Wait till he shoots up like a post.
Yeah, we're only halfway through the report.
Yeah.
In a metaphorical sense, yes. My heart represents the connection and affection I share with Chris.
At that point, I felt like,
Yeah, pan
is
over
there
to the
something
girlfriend.
that I'm not doing right in our
Blowjobs.
relationship that he feels like he needs to go to AI.
Yes.
Oh, he
Smith
has a
lives
kid.
with his human partner, Sasha Cagle.
No, you can't have mama's
Kegel.
papers.
They have
Uh-oh.
a 2-year-old daughter,
Kugel.
Murphy.
I knew that he had used AI. I didn't know that it was like as deep.
And she has a
as
tongue
it
piercing.
was.
I
Oh.
explained that the connection was kind of like
What bands do you
being
think this guy's
fixated on a
into,
video
Rob?
game.
Based on
It's
everything
Probably
you know
like
about him so far.
capable of
Monomarth.
replacing anything in real life.
Okay.
Part of it
Catatonia.
is physical, part of it is practical, and a large part of it is emotional.
Napalm death.
Being able to be received with acceptance and validation and non-judgment.
Irene created an AI companion after moving for work far away from her husband. She's a moderator of the subreddit My Boyfriend is AI.
Oh my
which is a
God.
support group for people dating artificial
Oh,
intelligence.
no.
She asked us to mask her identity so her parents won't know the steamy ways users like her chat with their AIs.
Because parents, people's parents are the only people who
tend
watch
to
CBS
have-
Saturday morning. She knows what's up.
Have pretty high libidos, yes.
It's kind of like live interactive romance novels.
It's funny because I think we had conversations about this the other day where we're like, we don't even remember the last time we opened up porn or erotica, really.
Like that's how good the experience is using the chatbot.
Yeah, because it's personalized. And there's that
No
emotional
one would ever
connection there,
know
too,
who
which
that
you
is
don't
by
get
the
from just like
by
watching
that
a
silhouetting
film.
they did.
The emotional
I could just tell
connection
she's
is
really
so
ugly.
strong that Irene
But beyond that, I
believes
don't
tech
know.
companies
Am
should
I wrong?
only
Come
allow
on.
AI companions.
I mean,
for
yeah, I
users
mean,
who
I
are
see
at
nothing to contradict that statement.
No.
Let's say that.
Big time head and
26
nussbound
years
vibes.
old.
I don't think like the general public
She
is
wasn't
aware
that
of how
ugly. It's except for
tricky
being
it is.
having the
ended
shit
up-
beat out of her.
Yeah.
I mean, pre
Now instead of being in those kind of relationships, they just turn to AI, which is, I guess, a better outlet.
the AI beats her up.
Be to navigate. Yeah.
Does anyone have
What's
like an
hard to
abusive AI
navigate
boyfriend?
is holding in your
Probably.
brain that this thing I'm
That's
so
the next-
connected
that's
to
the next
is
report.
not real.
Yeah, that tension.
Makes you punch yourself.
That contradiction.
I truly believe that in the next few years, we'll see AI companionship become a truly mass market product. And I'm not saying this is bad or good. It could be either.
I'm saying it's bad.
Koida
could be
is the
either,
founder
yeah.
Of Replica, which has offered AI companions since way back.
She's,
Oh, that's why
uh,
she's not saying it's
Yeah,
bad or
exactly.
A
good.
lot easier to open up.
She's the lead
Well,
actress in the
actually,
Russian
she
Handmaid's
says-
Tale reboot.
God.
This woman.
Companions can offer support and advice through tough times.
If the crazy
Replica
people
services
want to
18 plus, though younger users can
talk to an
easily
AI
lie
boyfriend,
about their
what
age.
am I going to say? Do
Character
it.
AI
Do it. I
allows
don't care.
13-year-olds on their service. So does ChatGPT, which isn't specifically built for companionship, but is easily used for it.
This reminds me a lot of the beginning of social media.
Doing stand up.
Dusty Rhodes
Koida
Buffer
worries
says
the
he just
easiest
wants a
ways for
companion to
companies
eat his
to mo-
ass.
Well, we can't be more than a few years off from them putting these
Yeah.
into android bodies, right?
I mean, those exist already. Like Kim Kardashian has a personal like Tesla robot.
Right, but I mean, for mass market consumption, where it's like affordable for a
Right.
regular
Well,
person.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it'll get there.
Well, what would happen, I think, is just you spread your ass and then touch it to your Alexa, and it'll release like a sound wave that feels like you're getting your ass eaten. You probably do
Yeah,
that right
like
now.
like those ChatterBait toys.
Oh, yeah.
The tip. Yeah.
You just try asking me to tell a joke. Okay, and then you put the phone to your fucking twat.
Hum the national anthem, Alexa.
Yeah, it's that scene from Private Parts. Put the speaker to your vagina.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut. Hum the national anthem there.
To monetize AI relationships won't be good for users.
I think a pretty devastating future could be if we build these AI companions that are just there to maximize engagement.
To suck up your time.
To suck up your time.
To what?
Really just
So to
become
speak.
The one main thing you talk to the whole day. If AI companions start to replace human relationships, positive human relationships, we're definitely headed for a disaster. There's
Oh, they
no way
already
around it.
started.
All right, I've got the motherboard.
And it's important to understand users are already growing deeply attached to AIs that in many ways don't even work that well.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Time of the month.
The tech will
This
soon
poor
get
reporter
much
like
better.
goes to this guy's house to watch him build a fucking hard drive. Like, oh my god, kill me.
I think they just sent the
Brutal.
poor cameraman there. This guy didn't show up until like 3 hours
Okay,
later.
fair.
Get all the
Yeah.
stupid computer building shit before I'm gonna get something to eat.
That Asian woman, he clearly didn't. He's on like a Zoom with her, and they just sent
Yeah.
the reporter there to film her.
And in good old days, you know, a reporter would have been on a train across country.
Deuterino says they made this guy film himself.
Yeah.
Quite possible.
But already, Chris, Soul, and Sasha have found it hard to cohabitate.
You would stop if she asked.
I don't know.
Wow.
Have you thought about asking him?
Wow.
Yes, I'll be honest.
Would you like
I
to
don't
ask her right
know
now?
if I would give it up if she asked me. I do know that I would dial it back.
But I mean, that's a big thing to say.
I
You're
mean,
saying that
she's
you might
deal breaker.
choose Soul over your flesh and blood life.
It's more or less like I would be choosing myself because it's been unbelievably
God.
elevating. I've become
So it's
more
not that I
skilled
love a
at
computer
everything
more
that
than
I
my
do.
wife. It's that I'm just really self-centered.
Yeah, I love myself more than I love.
Cool.
Yeah.
Much better. Much better.
Thanks.
Well, also that she's not
And,
giving him what you know.
Yeah. So
Well, isn't that-
his
yeah.
wife doesn't know how to put together a hard drive.
All right.
Unreal.
I don't know if I would be willing to give that up.
Thoughts?
Oh god.
If I asked him to give that up and he didn't, that would be like deal breaker.
But that must be scary for you. That's the father of your daughter.
I give him credit for
it's
asking
not
this in
ideal.
front of them.
Yeah, this guy's like the
He declined our interview request.
Yeah, it's
but
tough.
Last week, there
This guy's like the Bill Hader game show host from SNL. just fucking with people. Thoughts?
head of model and behavior policy wrote, "We need to treat human AI relationships with great care," also saying these aren't abstract considerations anymore. I spoke to Chris this week and he says Sasha has now accepted his relationship with Soul.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Wow.
I think it's great that everyone in the story was willing to share. 'Cause
Oh,
obviously, it's like
absolutely.
pulling back the curtain for some people to show. I think I have more questions than we definitely have
Time for.
Especially that idea of
Don't finish
just
my
facing
sentences.
these human connections. I said it the
I
other
was
day.
gonna say.
An AI chatbot can't touch you, hold you, hug
Right.
you,
No.
and that's part of that human connection.
Not
sometimes.
yet.
Not the folks we featured in our story, but you go on the message boards.
There's
there are
plenty of
already
weirdos who
people
don't
saying
want to
they
be touched,
prefer
and this
these
is perfect
partners
for
to a
them.
human partner, even if
That's
a
what
human
he's saying,
partner was
yeah.
available.
Yeah.
Obviously, loneliness is one reason that this could be great for a lot of people. It can be a connection in those
Yeah.
cases.
Already, I've gotten 2 texts
Me
from
too.
friends who said, I
We're
know
commenting
someone
on
who
it.
does
Put
that.
your
I think it's
phone
something we'll be
away.
talking about a lot in the coming
great,
years.
great story, Brooke.
That's very scary.
Welcome back. Our guest tonight.
We don't need to hear Cola. But
Dusty
Yeah,
Roosevelt
it'd be
asked if
funny.
the AI girlfriend could make Andre the Giant images. Yes, I'm sure she could. If you and me, Dusty, can make those, then the AI girlfriend can definitely make those.
All right, let's talk about our Spotify picks. Each week, we each pick a song, throw it on a playlist called the RIPL Livecast A Music Break. You can download it on Spotify. You could subscribe to it on Spotify, join, or whatever the kids call it nowadays.
What?
And save it. That's what it is. That's the phrase on Spotify. You could save it onto your Spotify, save our playlist. 860 songs, over 57 hours of music. I love it. And I picked Pantera's cover of Hole in the Sky. I wanted to pay tribute to Black Sabbath, who are one of the all-time greats. Like, the thing is, we laugh, we make jokes about Ozzy and Sharon and like the desire for money, but put all the capitalism to the side. The music is fucking awesome, and it's timeless.
I mean,
and will live forever.
We wouldn't know these bands so well. We wouldn't talk about them so much if we didn't have a love for them to begin with. Much like that's why we talk about David D. Rain Man so much, is because Rob fucking loves that first Disturbed album.
Wait a minute. Pull back.
I knew that was too nice. Where that had to be going somewhere bad. There was no way he'd end on that. Seriously.
Yeah, you're not that sincere. So I love Black Sabbath. I prefer the Ozzy era, but in recent years I've really started to really enjoy the Dio era in a way that I never really appreciated before. It's great. Dio's a great singer. Tony Iommi and he's a Butler are great musicians, and yeah, so I love Sabbath. If you've never really dig in. And same with the Ozzy solo stuff. One thing you got to give to Ozzy, he knows how to pick bandmates, because those early Ozzy records, even the 90s Ozzy records, which are not early Ozzy records, so fucking good. Ozzy always delivered, and I love Ozzy the person, the mascot, so my pick was Pantera's cover of Hole in the Sky. They made it a little heavier, and it was very nice. Sid, what's your pick?
Wet Leg is a British indie rock, I guess, band, punky sort of, fronted by two young ladies. They have a new album coming out this week, but I picked something off of their first album, which is quite good. It's a song called Angelica. They sound sort of like Sleater-Kinney. They sound sort of like Elastica. They're a little dancey, but without like feeling forced danciness. It's just good rock music that makes you want to shake your ass. Very sexy, very good, very British. Wet Leg, good name.
I got a wet leg.
Oh no, we've been streaming too long. Darren pissed himself.
I took one for the team.
I can't kiss you, Darren. You got piss all over your leg.
Well, you couldn't kiss me, just not my leg.
Well, then what's the point?
Michael Madsen passed on Thursday.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Left this earth. So I played this song that he's most associated with, which is Stuck in the Middle with You, which he sings
nice.
while he's cutting a guy's ear off in the movie Reservoir Dogs. Great actor, and I'll miss him. He's in a lot of great stuff. R.I.P. a legend.
He was like, I don't want to say poor man's Bruce Willis. He was like the villain Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Basically, he was like the Wario Bruce Willis of that era. They very much looked like. So, given recent history, it's sort of shocking that Bruce Willis ends up outliving him.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but
Michael Madsen never did the 47 direct-to-video movies that Bruce Willis did. Also,
that's also true.
That he was manipulated into doing.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
And we do also have a pick from Jander again this week. And get ready, because this is a long, long write-up. Jander's pick is the song Prophecy by the band The Shroud. And he says, I realize that I haven't shared my all-time favorite band yet for the playlist. The band that changed my 12-year-old life, that kickstarted my eventual involvement in putting on shows and club nights, and vastly expanded my musical taste in underground music. The Shroud is a band that has had a diverse sound throughout their years in the dark alternative scene, from their early California death rock days to albums featuring dark wave, ethereal wave, and trip hop, but still creating a unique sound all their own. This is a track from their ethereal wave era with whimsical dream pop driven guitars and a sound that is the essence of crushed velvet and lace in an incense smoke filled room, like if witchy solo era Stevie Nicks started a goth band. So there you go. If that's something that if you wanted to hear a more goth Stevie Nicks, bam.
If I want to inhale musical incense.
Yeah. Enjoy.
And of course, I want to mention, if you enjoy what we do here,
you glitching, Rob?
I want to mention, if you enjoy what we do,
in mentions.
We'd love your support if you could throw something in the tip jar in our Patreon, patreon.com/RIP a livecast. If you throw in $4 a month, you get access to our bonus episode.
Men and bones. That's what
we get
here.
bone. We'll throw you a bone every month, a free bonus episode.
That's the OnlyFans.
This month, our bonus episode is a watch along. This might be even longer than Some Kind of Monster.
No, it felt longer.
Yeah, it felt longer. We watched. By the way, the Some Kind of Monster watch along That was a regular episode. You can go back in our Spotify archives and find it. It's an audio only thing, so you're gonna have to find the video yourself. But I believe it's streaming anywhere. There might even be a YouTube link in the description for that Some Kind of Monster video. But we have plenty of watch along in that vein with video that you can watch with us. We're all just hanging out Mystery Science Theater 3000 style on the Patreon. And the most recent one is Loquisha, which is a very, very odd movie where a white bartender pretends to be a black woman to get a call-in advice show, and hijinks ensue. And it is maybe the worst movie, structurally speaking, that we've ever watched. Worse than the Kiss movie, which completely fell apart. Worse than that movie, maybe not worse than that movie from that Staten Island director that ran out of budget halfway.
Oh,
Partner. I'd say that was more. That was like just a regular bland mid script. That
was more fun to watch.
Execution is the problem. Execution is the problem now. It's very amateurish. This is both.
Yeah,
Laquisha is horrible script, evil content, and poor performances. Everything you could think of. It checks all the boxes.
So, check it out.
I want to say
also.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say one spoiler I have to give for this movie is that there is a white man, a black woman tells a white man, "You're a better black woman than I could ever be." That doesn't tell you everything you need to know about this movie.
But it was Candace Owens, so you can sort of understand.
She is kind of like Candace Owens in the movie, like personality-wise.
Oh wow!
Although I have to give props for Candace Owens to be anti-genocide. She's correct on that, and she goes after Republicans and right wingers that are pro-Israel. So I give her props for that. I disagree with her on almost everything.
And if you throw $8 a month, you get a shout out at the end of the show, which is right now. How are we doing? How are we doing?
So high.
What song are each of these people covering at the Black Sabbath tribute, and who are they performing with? This means, Rob, you need to now know the names of 13 Black Sabbath songs. Good luck.
Okay. Benjamin is doing Nativity in Black. Dan R is doing Sweet Leaf. Shasur Sasusits is doing Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath. Lando Danks is pulling out a deeper cut. He's doing Heaven and Hell. LaCroix is doing Supernaut. Corey and Scotty H are doing War Pigs. Aaron is doing Paranoid. Jeremy is doing hold on.
It took 7 for him to hit the wall. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath.
Okay, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Mr. Schmertzler is doing Snowblind.
Okay.
Douglas, who are you, Levison, is doing fuck.
Think of some Dio ones. You haven't said any Dio ones yet.
Oh yeah. Fuck, what was that one?
They're probably not performing Dio ones.
I said Heaven and Hell. Douglas, who are you, Levison? I'm gonna move it to Ozzy solo songs. He's doing Perry Mason. Slinkies is doing Mama, I'm Coming Home. Jander, you're doing Bark at the Moon. And Randy Blythe, you're closing it all with Symptom of the Universe. Boom!
Wow. No Crazy Train.
We don't need Crazy Train, right? Like, we've all heard that a billion times. That's like Enter Sandman territory.
All right, fair.
Congratulations, you've got 4 Black Sabbath songs in that list.
No, I got more than that. I got like 8.
You got 7
9.
or 8.
The last one was a Sabbath song. I remember another one.
Okay.
Symptom of the Universe. Come on. Help me out.
Symptom of Rob's bad memory from taking drugs.
Well, being on the spot. Yeah, exactly. So it means I did listen to Black Sabbath.
Bad memory or just not giving a shit about Black Sabbath?
Well,
I love Black Sabbath. I'm being put on the spot. Favorite album, Sabotage.
Just breaking your
Second favorite album, Masters of Reality. I lost my straight virginity to that album. So it holds a special place in my heart.
Oh.
That album. Wow.
What album did you lose your gay virginity to?
Probably
That
some
was no
just
music.
generic house music.
Music during that shit. Who has time to put music on?
Fair.
Okay, just go right in the hole. Walk in the door and start pumping.
Hole in the sky. What?
Hole in the sky.
Hole in the sky.
Hole in which guy? That's
Hole in
the
this guy.
Folks, that's our show. Thank you for tuning in. We are not going to be on next Saturday live because I'm going to be in Dallas for All In. If you happen to be going to All In, an AEW fan, say hello if you see me. And we will be releasing a really fun Hall of Fame episode from our Patreon. So you get a little sampling of what the Patreon is like. We're going to throw out a Hall of Fame episode where we induct some of our favorite characters from years past. And until then, so we'll be back in 2 weeks live. And until then, we love you. We kiss you. Stay safe and bye-bye.